Welcome back. So she's one of the top students pursuing a career in one of the most in-demand skilled trades.
WVTM 13's Carla Wade explains what ignited a high school grad's interest in welding as WVTM 13 Project Community highlights barrier-breaking women.
Like a lot of young people, Anna Reese found it hard to decide what she wanted to do with her life after high school. But now she's earning while she's learning and setting an example for other young women interested in pursuing a technical trade. Anna Reese handles a torch like it's second nature.
I grew up very tomboy, so it was more exciting than scary.
And not like a tool, giving off thousands of degrees of scorching heat that can melt even the sturdiest metal.
The smell was new and unfamiliar, and it was just the light that happens is so pretty and so blue, and you can't look at it, but you want to so badly.
The Remlap native and graduate of Locust Fork High School even remembers the very first time she saw a welder.
I had a cousin who was dating a guy with a son, and his son would go out in their shop and weld, so I would just sit and watch him, and I just decided that's what I wanted to do.
Mesmerized by that experience, she enrolled in classes as soon as she was old enough.
Going through any amount of schooling requires the art of delayed gratification, and the whole time that you're going through here, they're saying when you get out, you can make big money, you can do this, you can do that, and it's hard not to get ahead of yourself and think, well, I want that right now. You have to be patient.
Patience has paid off. Now she's taking traditional hands-on welding to the next level, learning robotic welding. She's one of just 3 other women in the welding program at Wallace State Community College.
I used to think that it would be really intimidating, but we're all the same here. We all have one common goal, and all we're trying to do is achieve it to the best of our abilities.
And Anna is achieving and testing her abilities in and outside of the classroom.
Usually begins with some book work, studying the electronics and how they work, a lot of safety, and then we come out here and we move the robots around and get familiar with how they work.
She graduated last May with an associate degree in welding technology. A year from now, she'll have a second degree in robotic welding technology.
Once I drop my hood and it's just me doing what I know how to do, it's like I can let my mind breathe, because if my hands know what they're supposed to do, so I can think about everything else. It's peaceful. It's like I'm at home.
That ease making her one of the top students in the program, which led to her sharing the podium with Governor Kay Ivey during the grand opening of Wallace State's Center for Welding Technology and Innovation Center back in August. It's the largest welding training center in the Southeast. But even as Anna is excelling, and she's already secured a job, the young woman who once thought of being a nurse or even a storm chaser admits she had some momentary doubts about choosing welding as a profession.
So I prayed about it, and I talked to God, and the next thing I know, I'm getting a call giving me the opportunity to speak at the press conference. So I agreed, and that really sold me. I was like, I'm right where I'm supposed to be, because that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't.
With more than 400,000 welding jobs available across the country, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there's plenty more room for women like Anna.
Do it. What's stopping you? The worst possible outcome is you try it and you don't like it. But I would much rather see people walk through doors and turn around and say, I didn't like what was in that room, rather than watching them watch somebody else take an opportunity that was theirs.
To catch the spark. Carla Wade, WVTM 13.